civilization is Greek civilization. Yavan is just the Hebrew rendering of what you in English would call Ionic. Yavani, Greek. So now you can do that to anyone who starts talking about this book. Tell them, oh, you're talking about Javan? You don't know what you're talking about? Javan is Yavan. Yavan in Hebrew is Greek. I-O-N is Y-V-N in Hebrew, okay? Oh, okay, I forgot that part of it. But I'm talking about, yeah, well, we all are in that ballpark, so I'm kidding. But no, I mean, when I'm talking about people who say, hey, Yvonne, this is like, this is, used to be Joe Stalin when I was young. But he died and he's gone, so Yvonne is not Joe Stalin anymore. I don't know who it is now. I guess it's been wrong. But next time it'll be whoever is the big enemy in the future. I don't know who it's going to be, but that's who Yvonne will be. But in any case, Yvonne is Greece. I can't emphasize it enough. That's what it is. And you think I'm full of baloney? Fair enough. But that's what it is. And that is Alexander the Great. And Gabriel is saying, the hairy he-goat is the king of Yavon, Alexander the Great. The large horn between the eyes is the first king. The horn that snapped and the four horns that sprout in its place are the four kingdoms following his empire. At the end of their reign, when the measure of their sins is full, a king will arise, a proud, foe-faced, ingenious man. Here we go again. Back to who? Antiochus Epiphanes. Some people, the Maccabee books and Josephus will tell you after this class next time who this Antiochus Epiphanes is. Some people like to call it Antiochus Epiphanes. I think the proper pronunciation is Antiochus. But since the town is Antioch, I always say Antiochus. I'm not able to say Antiochus. I can like Antiochus Epiphanes. It doesn't roll off my tongue. So if the proper pronunciation is Antiochus, you can pronounce it that way. Please do. But I'll continue being like Jim Bush pronouncing nuclear. And he knows it's nuclear, but now it's become such a thing with him now, he can't ever say nuclear, even though he knows what it is. He's dyslexic originally, but now he knows, but still he says nuclear. Okay, I say Antiochus. If you want to say something different and you think that's wrong, fair enough. Sounds better in English anyway. Antiochus Epiphanes. If you want an Antiochus, fine. Okay, so now, does this vision like him? No, it hates him. His power will gather strength. He will plot incredible schemes. He will succeed in what he undertakes. He will destroy powerful men. We'll hear about one person he destroys will be Onias, the high priest. That will be in Maccabees, 2 Maccabees. And the people of the saints, the holy people, such will be his resourcefulness and his treacherousness that he will succeed. He will grow arrogant. He will take many unawares. He will destroy them. He will challenge the power of the Prince of Princes, God, I guess. But no hand intervening shall himself be broken. The explanation of this vision in the mornings and the evenings is true, but you must keep the vision secret, for there are still many days to go. And I, Daniel, lost consciousness, and I was ill for several days. Then I got up to discharge my service. Wow. Okay, those are the 2 big visions. And we have Gabriel interpreting the second one pretty straightforward. Babylonia, Persia, Medes, and Greeks. Finally, chapter 9. Gotta hurry here. It was in the, I don't want to keep you too long, but I'll just keep you to get this done. It was in the first year of Darius, son of Artaxerxes, who was this is the Mede again. And then he saw the number of years, as Jeremiah mentions it in 29:10, the period of wrath, 70 years. You can check it in Jeremiah, that's what it is. So now he's going to tell you a little bit about that. Israel is in bad shape, they flout the law and do all this stuff, line 7. I'm not going to read this whole thing here. Jerusalem has the Lord's fury descend upon it, line 16. The sanctuary is desolate, line 18. So after Antiochus Epiphanes, things have really gone badly. And Maccabee books will describe that. Line 21. Gabriel mentioned again, the being I had originally seen in a vision flew suddenly down to me, the hour of sacrifice. Daniel, you see me? I've come down to teach you how to understand. You are a man specially chosen. This is where Muhammad gets his view of Gabriel, I guess. 70 weeks of years are decreed. I can't read much more, it's too much for me, but that's 490 years. 70 times 7, I think. And introducing an everlasting integrity and a seal on vision and prophecy, anointing the Holy of Holies, and so on and so forth. I can't understand all this, but after 62 weeks, an anointed one, line 26, will be cut off. Most people think that will be described in the Maccabee books. That will be a high priest called Onias. I can't tell you about it yet until we get to the Maccabee books, but it doesn't matter. Once again, it shows the author is late in the Maccabean period.
Onias is the anointed prince?
He's a high priest. He's an anointed one. Anointed means can be a priest, can be a prince. In this case, it's a priest in the temple, and anointed. But and then on the wing of the temple, line 27 will be the abomination of the desolation. What happened is that Antiochus Epiphanes apparently set up a statue of the Olympian Zeus, either on the wing or of the temple or in front of the temple. And just like some things you wouldn't pronounce, they wouldn't pronounce that name. So in Hebrew, it had a parody sort of name that they could pronounce, which ends up in English translation as the abomination of the desolation. So the statue of the Olympian Zeus, translated into Hebrew, parodying, like you would say Joe Schmo again, not saying Joe, but Schmo, translated back into English, it comes out to be statue of the Olympian Zeus. So they called this statue the abomination of the desolation. And it seemed to have a verbal resemblance to it. That's the end of that chapter and vision. Chapter 10. Now Cyrus is king of Persia. And Daniel gets another revelation. He was doing a penance. Line 2. He's sort of like a Nazarite again, and that's very important for Christianity because you see, he doesn't eat rich food, meat, or wine, and he doesn't anoint himself with oil. Seems to be a kind of tempering Nazarite.